This is the car that could change everything for Porsche, a roadster reborn without gasoline, powered entirely by electricity, and still carrying the soul of a legend. The Porsche Boxster EV isn't just a new model, it's a bold answer to the question every enthusiast has been asking: can an electric car still feel like a Porsche? The Boxster has always been about balance, lightweight, sharp handling, a pure connection between driver and road. Now, as Porsche prepares to launch the fully electric version around 2025, that philosophy is being reimagined for a new era. In this video, you'll discover how the Boxster EV blends cutting-edge technology with timeless design, what it offers inside and out, and how it might redefine what fun feels like behind the wheel. And in a few minutes, I'll tell you how it stacks up against rivals like Tesla and BMW, so stick around, because the comparison will surprise you. Take a look at the front end, sleek, sculpted, and instantly recognizable. Those sharp LED matrix headlights stare down the road like a predator locked on its target. The body is low and wide, with smooth curves that slip through the air but still carry that unmistakable Porsche DNA. Move along the side and you'll notice muscular arches hugging lightweight alloy wheels, 19 inches standard, with performance options stretching to 21. At the rear, a glowing light bar stretches across, leaving a futuristic signature every time it disappears into the night. Even the air vents are more than design. They guide airflow to keep the motors and batteries cool during hard driving. Imagine pulling up in one of these, top down, the paint shimmering in colors like Guards red or Racing yellow, and every single head turning your way. This is not just transportation, it's presence. But wait until you see the inside. Porsche has given the Boxster EV a cabin that feels both futuristic and focused. The driving position is perfect, low-slung, hugging the road. In front of the driver, a sharp digital cluster displays range, speed, and driving modes in crystal clarity. At the center, a sleek infotainment screen runs Porsche's latest software, offering real-time charging data, wireless smartphone connection, and navigation that plans routes around charging stations. Touch the materials: soft leather, Alcantara, brushed metal, every surface feels deliberate. The seats are snug and supportive, built for spirited driving but comfortable enough for long journeys. And thanks to the EV platform, there's a small trunk at the front as well as the back. For a roadster, that's a rare dose of practicality. Performance is where the Boxster EV promises to silence doubters. Underneath, it's expected to pack a dual-motor setup with up to 500 horsepower, catapulting it from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. But raw speed is only half the story. The battery placement gives it a super low center of gravity, keeping the car planted through corners. Porsche engineers are obsessed with steering feel, and early prototypes suggest the Boxster EV retains that sharp, communicative feedback that makes every drive addictive. Adaptive suspension smooths out rough roads but tightens instantly when the corners demand it. Press the throttle, and instant torque pins you back in your seat with no lag, no hesitation, just pure, electric thrust. And here's something clever: Porsche is experimenting with sound design to give drivers an emotional soundtrack. Not the fake roar of a gasoline engine, but a unique EV sound tuned to heighten the driving experience. Imagine accelerating out of a tunnel, not to silence, but to a futuristic, spine-tingling note designed just for this car. Would that make you miss the old Boxster, or embrace the new one? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious what you think. Of course, performance alone isn't enough today. Safety and tech features matter just as much. Porsche equips the Boxster EV with adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, automatic emergency braking, and a network of cameras and sensors. Over-the-air updates mean the car can improve long after you buy it, keeping software, navigation, and even performance tweaks fresh. This is Porsche's way of saying, the experience doesn't stop at delivery. We've seen the design, the cabin, and the performance potential. But how much will all of this cost, and where does it stand against rivals like Tesla's Roadster or BMW's i4? Stay with me, the price and market position may surprise you. Here's the part that keeps enthusiasts awake at night: the price tag. Porsche has not yet stamped an official figure, but early estimates suggest the Boxster EV will start around $80,000, climbing toward $110,000 with higher trims and performance packages. That positions it directly against electric sports cars like the Tesla Roadster, BMW i4 M50, and even edging into territory once owned by traditional icons like the Audi R8 or Jaguar F-Type. The difference? Those rivals either lean toward brute force or luxury grand touring, while the Boxster EV promises something more precise, an authentic sports car feel in an electric world. Would you pay more for a Porsche badge that guarantees heritage and driving dynamics, or would you go for Tesla's raw numbers instead? Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to see which camp you're in. Market placement is where Porsche plays a clever hand. The Boxster EV isn't meant to replace the 911 or cannibalize its gasoline sports cars. Instead, it offers a gateway into Porsche's electric lineup, a way for younger buyers and first-time Porsche owners to enter the brand without sacrificing passion. For some, this will be their first Porsche. For others, it's a second car alongside a larger SUV like the Cayenne or Macan. The target is clear: people who want style, speed, and heritage, but also want to be future-proof. Now, let's talk range, because an EV is only as good as the distance it can cover. The Boxster EV is expected to deliver around 250 to 300 miles on a full charge, depending on the configuration. That might not break records, but Porsche argues it's the sweet spot for a roadster. After all, this is not a cross-country hauler. It's a car designed for spirited drives, mountain passes, and weekend escapes. And with Porsche's 800-volt charging system, a 20-minute stop at a fast charger could refill most of the battery. Imagine pulling over, grabbing a coffee, and being back on the road before your playlist even ends. That's convenience redefined. Handling is where the Boxster EV aims to dominate. Porsche has always said, numbers don't tell the whole story. Yes, the Tesla Roadster claims faster acceleration, but ask yourself, how often do you truly launch from 0 to 60? The Boxster EV, on the other hand, gives you that thrill every single time you turn the wheel. Thanks to its low weight distribution, adaptive suspension, and precision steering, it dances through corners. Drivers who have tested prototypes described it as a car that feels alive. That's the magic Tesla hasn't quite captured: soul. Would you trade 0.2 of a second in a drag race for steering that makes every corner addictive? And yet, Porsche isn't blind to comfort. The Boxster EV integrates modern luxuries seamlessly. Heated and ventilated seats, customizable ambient lighting, premium audio tuned for an open-top experience, and a digital assistant that learns your driving habits. It remembers your favorite driving routes, your preferred suspension settings, and even adjusts the climate automatically as you drop the roof. It's not just a machine, it feels like a partner on the road. The emotional pull is undeniable, but there are trade-offs. Purists might mourn the absence of the flat-six growl that defined earlier Boxsters. Others might question the practicality of a roadster with a smaller range compared to a sedan. Porsche knows this, which is why they've worked on everything from sound design to clever storage solutions to keep the magic alive. They're not just building an EV, they're rebuilding trust with enthusiasts who've grown up loving gasoline. So, where does this leave us? The Porsche Boxster EV is more than just an electric car, it's proof that driving passion can survive the shift to batteries. It blends heritage with innovation, emotion with technology. It's not about being the fastest or the cheapest. It's about being the most Porsche an EV can be. Here's the truth: this isn't a car for everyone. It's for those who care about how a car feels, not just what it measures. It's for drivers who want to smile every time they slide into the seat, drop the roof, and let the road unfold ahead of them. So, tell me, does the Boxster EV keep Porsche's soul alive, or is it a bold new chapter you're still unsure about? Comment below with your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this journey, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the cars shaping our future, and stay tuned, because next, we'll be looking at how the 911 itself could evolve when electricity finally comes for the king.